Yes, you are being recorded. Hello, everyone. Today is Thursday, May
22nd.
Nope, there you go. And now is when this video, excuse me, should be going up. But we're behind by a little bit because I was busy working. And just a quick thing to say, thank you, Jeremy. I know you have sent us a selfie stick, but it doesn't work in the car. I only have limited room in the car, so I'm gonna have to use my arm and put up with that. So there you go. So we're driving along here on the way home from Huntsville.
Driving along in our automobile.
And the colors are beautiful, and these trees, just these wild trees with beautiful white blossoms. Like, they're just, wondered if maybe they might be choke cherry or who knows, but they're just beautiful, and they just keep showing up along the edges to highlight everything. It's really quite lovely. So I'll give you some beautiful green scenery as we go along here. So update wise, I've just been doing a lot of tests. I think actually, let me see now, last Thursday I think I told you I'd already done the CAT scan. And then on Friday, let me see, I went in for a breathing test, and I also went in for an x-ray on my silly swollen leg. So we'll tell you about the breathing test first. That went really well, and the neat thing is that years and years ago, my asthma was very, very bad, very heavy, cumbersome, I don't know, difficult, whatever. I had to use, I was blessed with actually a home compressor, which I had to use about 3 times a day to be able to breathe. Before we got the home compressor, my dad would take me to the hospital every morning before school, and I would get an oxygen treatment at that time, which would last not quite the whole day, and then I would end up with trouble again. Actually, it was usually around the time that we were having French class, and my one teacher thought I just really hated French, but it turned out that that classroom had a moldy carpet in it, and we all sat on the floor at that time. And no, I was just allergic to the carpet. I did go on to get my grade 13 level French, two of the credits in it. Do I speak much French now? No, I must admit I don't, but every once in a while I do write a song in French, so I figured that's not so bad. But Mom used to pray that because my asthma was so bad, like I couldn't blow out a single birthday candle, that God would make that time in my life just a distant memory, and it has become that. Yes, I carry a puffer with me, and I do still have the home compressor, but they're only as need be. So when I went in and we did the oxygen levels, my oxygen level, without doing anything at all, without taking any inhalers, was already at 98%. So that's tremendous in my life. So the breathing test worked out really well. It was a very strange test. It wasn't so bad, except that you're sitting in a little glass box, which I never had to do before, and you do blow in the tube, which I'm used to. But that was the first test and the third test. The second one in the middle, she actually shuts the little box, so you're alone in there. And then about halfway through the breathing, she shuts off the air too, and you have nothing. And she says, so now you're just going to pant. And the girl that was helping me was just so calm about it. I was really glad, because it was just that time that you kind of want to panic because you can't breathe, because there's literally no air to take in or give out. Like, it's gone. But she was so good about it, and apparently I did exactly what I was supposed to, which is good. And I made it through the breathing test. So then after that, I went down and I had my left leg and my left ankle x-rayed, because it has been swollen for over 2 months. Yeah, I said 2 months, not 2 days, not 2 weeks, but 2 months. Over 2 months my leg has been swollen, to the point of, it was getting to the point that my foot didn't even want to move, and it was exceedingly painful to try to walk. And I was starting to wonder if things were solidifying in there, or what in the world was going on. But they did a whole echocardiogram. There's been so much going on. I did an echocardiogram on Tuesday. Yes, on Tuesday, because Monday was a holiday for everybody in Canada and the States, but here in Canada. And the last one I did was back in 2016, and at that time, the really nice lady who helped me out told me I had a beautiful heart. So that was lovely. This time I was helped out by a nice young girl whose name was Shannon. She didn't spell it right, it was an E-N, but I blame her mother, so it's okay. She can get away with it. Really nice young girl. And she did not tell me I had a beautiful heart, but she didn't tell me much of anything. All these things about, they can't speak for the doctors and stuff, and I agree and I understand. What I did discover, though, because I asked her, and the things were there from 2016, which is 9 years ago, I said, I'm just curious exactly what my heart rate was 9 years ago compared to now, because now my regular resting heart rate can be anywhere between 90 and 92 beats a minute. And I know I've mentioned to you folk, I find that to be very fast and not as it should be. And it used to be 9 years ago that my resting heart rate was actually 68 beats per minute. So that's why it feels so different. And that's why I run out of energy a lot more quickly. Because if I were going to run, then I would go from 68 to 92 and I'd have that much room. I'm already at my top room. So I run out of energy very quickly. I need to sit down soon. And that's kind of where things at. So that's what's happened with the echocardiogram. I don't know any more than that. I could see all my blood going swoosh swoosh. I could see all the flaps opening and closing like they were waving at me, so I waved back at them. Shannon thought I was pretty funny. She had a good sense of humor.
I bet.
If you're missing it, Steve's saying I bet on the other side over here. So, what do I have left? I have... It's the PET scan, right, Stevie?
Yes.
That's what I have left to do. That's the one that they overlay on top of the CAT scan to see where the lymph nodes are and which ones are not happy with me. And that's going to be happening, now I think it's the 30th, Friday, May 30th, I believe, is the date there. And I know that we'll be singing that Durham Full Gospel the day after. So that'll be first Sudbury and then down to Whitby. And so it's going to be a bit of a long weekend in a different way, but that's okay. So I guess what I need you all to pray for is when they do this PET scan. Now I asked the lady, and actually what was her name? Sophia. I think she said her name was Sophia. Nice young lady. With a good sense of humor. Because she said, 2 or 3 days before you come, don't do anything too exertive, like don't go mountain climbing, don't do any skydiving. I said, oh man, I had the bull riding all set up. So and I have to fast for 6 hours. And it's what is happening with a PET scan is it's looking for sugar in your system that shouldn't be there. And I'm going to just turn here. What's Steve drinking? Steve's drinking Coke. I have really been trying to cut out sugar. I'm actually 105 pounds now. It's a good thing. I'm okay. I feel fine. But I think I've lost about 3 or 4 pounds in the past couple of weeks simply from cutting out as best as I can. I do still have a sip of Coke every once in a while because I really like it, and a cookie every once in a while because Stevie buys me cookies.
Up to now.
Up to now. Yeah, I don't get any more
You're
now.
cut off.
And actually in that last week I'm going to be trying to do nothing. I got an after 8 chocolate bar and I eat like 1 chunk a day because there's just something about dark chocolate in mint that makes me feel good. Anyway, so PET scan. A PET scan, so I have to go in to Sudbury. It's at 1:30 in the afternoon on the Friday. And they'll shoot me full of dye again. I find it very uncomfortable. That's okay. It must be a different kind because I get to sit there for half an hour. So she said, bring a book, bring your phone or something to read. And And then they do the scan, and the scan itself, I think, takes another 20 or 30 minutes. And it's just like a CAT scan. So there's this great big ring thing, and they move you through it, and they check you all through. But this is to highlight up all the extra sugars that shouldn't be there. Now, I am still praying and believing because I have to. That God's going to do a miracle. Now, whatever He chooses to do, I will trust Him. But all my insides say I have to believe that when they look, they're going to say, "We're sorry, Shannon, we didn't mean to put you through all this. We can't find anything. Let's do this test again." And you know what? I'll say yes. Go for it, guys. Can't find anything? That's my God, you know? Pray that for me. Would you all please? And however God answers, we'll believe in Him together anyway, okay? It's just what I would prefer. I know everybody has said that you can make it through, and this is the easiest kind, and all those bits and pieces and everything, and which has been very encouraging and very comforting, and I have greatly appreciated that. But I tell you the truth, I do not want to have to make it through and go through the easiest kind. I've told you before, I'm sick of being sick, and I'd like a different kind of testimony. I want one of those ones that says that, you know what, I was supposed to go and do, and they couldn't find it. And I've heard those testimonies so many times. You know, they were supposed to go and do this and such surgery, and then when they went to do this and such surgery, what they were looking for wasn't there anymore, and they just couldn't find it, and the surgery didn't have to be done. So that's what I'm gonna pray for. I'm just gonna trust that God's still got my best interests at heart, no matter which way it goes. Even if it turns out that He chooses that for some reason, because His plans are bigger and further reaching than my understanding, that I have to, then if I have to, I have to. But if I don't, I won't. Look at these beautiful trees. I'm just saying, look at that, guys. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, absolutely. All those wonderful, beautiful wild things. Simply for His pleasure. There you go. So that's where we are at. Steve, would you like to add anything in?
No, I got nothing. Concentrating on the road.
He is. He's very much concentrating on the road.
Cover your prayers, and we'll return the favor.
Oh yes, absolutely.
And well, whether you pray or not, we'll
Still pray for you.
guys.
If you don't pray for us, we'll pray doubly for you.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing. And thank you guys for sharing, and all your comments, and all your encouraging remarks, and all your prayers. And I'll get to talk to you again between now and the update then. So that's okay. And who knows what we'll know by the time we talk to you then. So now we can say goodbye if you want to.
Okay.
What?
We still got to get the downstairs music part ready.
Yes, we got to reclaim Music Corner. We really have to reclaim Music Corner. I won't even begin to tell you what it got claimed by because I can't. Well, we will reclaim Music Corner, and we will start putting up some singular songs along the way. I've been tired. Steve's been tired. It's been too much, but it's all good. So there you go. We love you. We will talk to you the next time through.
God bless.
Blessings, everybody.